Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to Dead Cells. Give me a new run here today as I untangle myself from the controller cable. I have it like looped up several times and then tied together because it's like a 10-foot long controller cable and I am literally like 6 inches away from the desk, but sometimes it does still get caught on things. All right. Amulet, brutality and tactics. I would love to roll a brutality run. Last re-rolled tactics, then survival. Survival was really, oh right, it was the quad damage run. Sometimes I have to remind myself what I had on a previous run because I just don't remember. But we could roll Serenade and Cluster Bomb. That's actually pretty good for brutality, and the Nerves of Steel would be nice early just to get us through a floor because all of the other equipment kind of just looks like garbage. Although there is the opportunity maybe for a thrown object into stun build. But no, I think I'm gonna go Serenade, Cluster Bomb, Nerves, just until I find a different weapon. So it's gonna be this. I guess technically we do have the shrapnel axes, but I'm gonna do this. We're gonna be trying to find something that we like to use more. Shots explode into a toxic cloud. It is exceptionally difficult though. Shrapnel axes is a little slow on that third shot. Actually, it's just kind of slow. It's super difficult for me to even want to do anything else though when I have a nerves. But for you, chat, I will try to find something that's not just Nerves of Steel. We'll do I'm gonna do a brutality run. It's kind of forcing the archetype early, but it's next on the list. We had oh, this is actually pretty good, but I like what we have. We've done a tactics and survival previously. Those were our last 2 runs. I'm contractually obligated to now switch it up a little bit and do a brutality run, whatever the items end up being. And you know what? Give me that Alucard sword. If the target is in front of you in mid-range, you teleport and do critical damage, and it's 848 DPS, which is actually pretty high. The real question is, what the hell is mid-range? In front of you in mid-range. It's pretty fast. Oh, I think I did do a teleport on the rat at the very least. This is gonna take a little while to figure out. It has a movement mechanic, which I'm usually not that much of a fan of, but it does seem like it might be a little bit more controlled because it's not like I'm gonna be teleporting in the middle of a combo. As long as I'm facing the enemy, I'm just gonna be mostly stationary. That initial interaction though will have a little bit of a teleport move associated with it. Could also be nice for certain fights, you know, certain bosses, just to close the gap. Also, if we can get ourselves a Alucard sword, we can get whatever the synergy is between the two of them, which I'm not entirely certain what it is. I think maybe you parry as you attack, which really just seems like the Iron Staff, but with extra steps. It says teleport near it. Near does not mean in front or behind. It means near, adjacent. So it kind of feels like I am teleporting behind the enemy, but in that case, when I was fighting that Oven Knight, I was teleporting in front of him. It was just on the other side of him from me, he was just facing backwards. So what the hell does near mean? Gonna near miss me directly into the freaking enemy bullets. Again, it's gonna take a little while to figure out the specific mechanics of the sword. Good reason, though, to maybe try out a new weapon, though, to actually understand a little bit about what the hell's actually going on. I've been a fan lately of dodging plants a bomb. Mostly that was due to the quad damage run, where every time I was fighting like a grenade bat, I just rolled and planted a bomb, which saved my life in more than one occasion. Yeah, that's all you need, though. You need just like one good experience to teach yourself, hey, some of these upgrades that maybe you haven't really thought that highly of in the past, you found the use case for them. All right. It's always hard to find something to talk about for the like 60 seconds it takes to do those rooms. Random skills, Telluric Shock. I think it's better than Cluster Bomb. Well, it's definitely different. Nah, we'll keep the Cluster Bomb. Let's save our cash. Are you really expecting to hold on to this early game shop equipment for a long time? No, no. Hey, get out of here. Yeah, it's really hard to just not want to use the bow. Still. You know what, I'm gonna get rid of Serenade. I'm sorry, Serenade, it's not you, it's me. What I want is I want to... Okay, that was interesting. I want to have just a little bit more direct spam ability. And I use Serenade all the damn time, and we might still use a Serenade depending on what we get. I am noticing that there is a significantly larger teleport range than I'm thinking of. It says mid-range. I think Jackman in the chat is correct. It really is like half a screen away. As long as they're on the screen, I basically teleport to them. Castle, no. Although I will say, against death, maybe something like Alucard's sword is actually beautiful because you can teleport into death. Teleport into death. You know what I really want to do? I kind of want to do Promenade, Prison Depths, Ossuary, Black Bridge. We don't do that very often. From there, we can go Stilt Village or Fractured Shrines, probably Fractured Shrines into maybe Undying Shores Mausoleum or Forgotten Sepulchre Clock Room, and then we could always go Dracula Castle after that and then go fight Dracula. Regardless, let's go to the old Promenade, shall we? Promenade with Alucard's shield. And nothing. Although we could maybe re-roll the bow. The bow's not something we're gonna be keeping for a long time. Unless I get a colorless version, in which case we're doing a colorless brutality run. You see my mouse pointer just waiting for the screen to load. Even that's not far enough away. Oh, and I can teleport from a different level, too. And that time was really strange. I actually teleported onto the wrong side of the enemy. Is Alucard's sword actually secretly extremely good? Because it does feel good. Right now, the teleporting hasn't really screwed me over yet. Seems, you know, relatively fast. Seems like it actually does do a decent amount of damage. Even when you're not getting the crits out of it, it is acceptable. It's a very strange weapon right now, but we'll figure it out. See ya. There's our 30. See ya. Oh, this is gonna suck. So I'm realizing the other piece of the puzzle here. The other piece of the puzzle is that the weapon can teleport during any part of the combo. And if you, and here's the thing, here's what excites me about that fact. Normally? No, he's a sad excuse for a man. Normally, whenever things have like a teleportation mechanic, it's usually inconsistent. It is sometimes on the first hit of the combo, sometimes on a last hit of the combo, sometimes it happens when you're moving or when you're looking in the wrong direction compared to the enemy, and then it just teleports you into a zone in which you weren't expecting. This is like any hit of the combo can teleport. So you can more consistently appreciate that it's probably gonna teleport you in most situations. I will take this over the powerful grenade. Well, that one has the victims burning when they die, this one doesn't, so let's get rid of the cluster grenade. I'd like to do a fire build, I think. Just not with the flamethrower trap. Yeah, this is perfect. Legendary just gives you the other one. I know that for the sword and the shield, the legendary is just you get the other one, which is kind of boring, but in theory, if the combo is actually extremely good, then that's a very good benefit. And if we get this shield, dude, I'll roll both. I'll roll both. I'll do it. And it looks like every hit of the combo crits if you get one crit in. Yeah, this is a very interesting weapon. I don't think I've ever actually used something like this before. But it does seem pretty good. Vela Trittenmert. Welcome. Wow, DC2, welcome everyone. DC2. If only there was a Dead Cells 2. I wonder if they've thought about that as like developers. Like, oh, I can't wait for when we can actually release the hidden news of Dead Cells 2. Weapons. Okay, I guess this is what we're looking for. We're gonna look for a new sword and a new shield. But not the whip sword. Even though the whip sword, oh my god, the damage is so good. But it is difficult to use, and I've never used it before, and I kind of want to just use Alucard's shield and sword, because I guess that's, oh, there it is. I guess that's kind of just the combo that we're going for today. I think it is like a weird parry too, so if we could get like a, it's like parry but without the iron staff. Which means I've been doing a lot of parrying lately and parry weapons, but actually, you know what? I'm starting to realize, I don't know why you didn't hit me. Maybe the Alucard sword gives you iframes. What I'm starting to realize is what this really is it's the Scythe Claw, not Scythe Claw, I forget the name of it. What's the Poison Claw? That's the one. It's that. It's the Poison Claw that is a tactics item, a melee tactics item that inflicts poison, and it has like a 15-second DOT on the poison. And the idea is that you're supposed to inflict a lot of poison. That's what this is. Snake Fangs, yeah, that's the one. It just has, it has a little bit more fiddliness with the teleport, because if you're too close, you won't actually get the teleport. But that's what this is. And I'm not a big fan of Snake Fangs because of the fact that it teleports, but maybe, you know, the better I get at Dead Cells, the more I can appreciate things that close the distance. Well, this is all gonna be wasted. 8,000 bucks is that Alucard shield, and I will go for it. I will definitely go for it if we have enough money. We're not gonna need any HP by the time we hit the ossuary. What are you talking about? I'm not gonna need 20 grand for a healing scroll. I mean, it does one-hit kill enemies, which is honestly a lot of damage, and it makes me think that the damage is incorrect listed on the weapon. Because it has 1700 DPS, it was like 1500 just a second ago, and hitting an enemy did 600 and then 800 damage on the crits. I guess it is a bit of a slow combo, so maybe that is actually the correct DPS value. Look, we just rolled Panchucks. And I say just, and it wasn't just rolling Panchucks, but we've done Panchucks recently. Requires Gardener's Key. Yeah, I've already done that game. Add that to the list of game-breaking bugs. Ugh. Game developers don't know how to make their game. Freaking lock still thinks it requires a key when the door's open. Good luck so far on these bonuses. Bugs, you say? Why, hello, Mud. Ironic of you to show up at that exact moment. Bugs, what is this? Hollow Knight? Bug Snacks? What was the other one? Bug Fable? Another game I've never played. Oh, that is the trickiest one. And apparently these are exceptionally slow. Yep. Just remove these jumps. Remove those jumps and I'll be happy. It is basically like, hey, have you found an extra jump on your amulet? Oh, prepare to lose 30% of your health. At least it's not as bad as the Derelict Distillery, which is terrible. Dude, the damage on this is absurd. Look at that. 5,000 on a crit? Well, it is being buffed 20%, admittedly. And it's 2 levels higher than the sword, but that is pretty good damage. I'm gonna roll the Alucard sword, though, for this run. I'm gonna try anyways. I'm always surprised at some of the damage values on equipment where it's like, wow, that's really good. But in practice, it's hard to enable, or in practice, it's not as good as you think it is. And then the pans really do feel like they're actually better than expected. Yeah, it took a little bit of damage on that engagement, but that's okay. Nobody's perfect. Well, especially not me. The one problem with the sword is that because it has a bit of a slow attack, if you attack in the wrong direction because the game spins you around, you're kind of just open and vulnerable. It's less of a problem with the snake fangs because the snake fangs are a lot faster. Attack, 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 attack. And the damage from the snake fangs is a little bit better because you get a lot of stacks of poison stacking up quickly. But for the has no other HP. For the sword, the game does love to turn you around. It loves to try and correct your orientation. If there's an enemy behind you and you attack, it will turn you around. But with the sword, I can't manually turn around as soon as I begin the combo. So I teleport, I begin my attack in the wrong direction, and then I can't turn around until the next hit of the combo. But if I press back and attack, it doesn't queue up the back action. It queues up the attack, but not the back. And as a result, I do a second attack facing the wrong direction again. So yeah, those problems combined make it a little bit awkward to play around with the weapon. And of course the fact that there was a lock on the door that tried to open even though I didn't have a key and the door was already open. Damn game developers. Grappling hook. Do not want. Tornado do not want. So yeah, I think I've immediately identified my gripes with the Alucard sword, but we're gonna try it anyways. And I hope that we can actually find a better sword at some point. Because this one's starting to show its age, and I did forget to go back for the shield. That's my bad. Restore health depending on attack damage as long as you have a speed buff. Restore health depending on attack damage after dodging an attack at the last moment. You know, I'm gonna try Frenzy, which is weird, but I wanna like it. I wanna like Frenzy. But we'll try. There's an owl. It does spread oil as well. I guess we could take that over the oil grenade. And then just never, ever, ever take any damage. That'll work, right? Let's go, owl. Okay, we're gonna be very cowardly, at least to start with here. There we go. I hate when there's enemies that spawn on the same level as you. There's no opportunity for you to actually, like, get to safety. I think I have an active speed buff. Sounds about right. Come on. Wait for him to come to me. Still have an active speed buff. We have 39% health. I want to try to, like, know how much health we're getting out of this. 40% health. 40% health. 42% health. If we never take damage, then by the end of the floor, we'll have a very good indication of how much you actually get. Okay, doing fine. That time I like pre-attacked, but I didn't teleport, which is interesting. I'm not gonna pick up the legendary. I'm gonna try to push as fast as possible to keep the speed buff going on. Well, I just lost it, but there was a lot of climbing I had to do there. I feel like I am slightly invincible during the first, like, second of the teleport. Just need this guy to stop actually, like, running away from me. It's like, just push the direction that you want to teleport and then hope for the best. It's doing a good job of stunning the enemy. Go down. Well, that went down very far. We're pretty much done with the floor. We're very close. Let's finish off the map at least. Take a quick little look. Oh, there's actually kind of a lot of enemies remaining. But that was a one really fast go through of the level. And we healed about 20% of our health. So I'm thinking about this, and I was very much focused doing that as well. Frenzy on 53 kills healed us about 20%. I don't want the infection. Doesn't Necromancy heal you more? Like, why do you want Frenzy? I guess Frenzy can heal you during boss fights, technically, right? You know, if you're getting hit during a boss fight, but you can keep your speed bonus up, then Frenzy will continuously give you health. You have to keep the speed bonus up though, so that that's what I was looking for. If you don't have the speed buff, you're not getting anything out of Frenzy, but you're always gonna get something out of Gastronomy or Necromancy. Gastronomy is a guaranteed minimum 20% health, because food goes from 15 to 25%, and then of course there's better food. And then Gastronomy also gives you a benefit when you don't need the healing. Necromancy is less active and probably like just as effective, if not more so. I know we're not at a super high level, but I can't imagine Frenzy being the go-to for possible healing. I'll take another quick look at it. Maybe I'll just like look at the wiki. Like, what is the actual healing value of Frenzy? This might be one of those situations where it's possible I've actually run through this analysis previously, and it came to a particular conclusion. Crit up against the wall, more damage on a crit. I think we can dump Nerves of Steel at the very least. Well, I do hate getting legendary weapons early, but you know, there might be situations where an enemy's gonna be up against the wall. Abe the Impaler. Well, probably not forever. The Impaler will certainly get dumped when we get higher quality equipment. But if there's ever a situation with an enemy up against the wall, especially if they're big and tanky, give it a minute, give it a minute. Yeah, the damage from that is exceptional. All right, let's get the heck out of here. It was a good floor. I mean, I don't think we got hit at all. We have a 64 combo. There's your opportunity to actually get more value out of the speed buff, Swift Sword, and then you give yourself the speed upgrade perk, which makes it last 3 times as long, Velocity. And it even does more damage against targets covered in burning oil. But I refuse, based on principle alone. Well, no, really, it's just based on the fact that I want to keep using Alucard's sword. Jackman says, I like combo with this weapon too. The Impaler or the Alucard sword? I guess both are probably fast enough to get some value out of combo, but combo with the sword? I suppose it does teleport, and as a result of the teleportation, it's gonna keep you going. It's gonna keep the combo going for a while, so I can see that. So Frenzy, Dead Cells, Wiki, G. At level 11, well, at level 10, it gives you .0019% health recovery. No, it gives you 0.0019% per max health per damage done. So, and it scales upwards. So I'm understanding Frenzy now. Frenzy actually gets better the more scrolls you have, but exponentially so. So that explains Frenzy. Frenzy is definitely something you don't want to take in the early game because it's not going to give you very much health at all. It really starts to scale later when you start doing hundreds of thousands of damage and you're getting proportionately more percentage of your health back. So yeah, Necromancy is definitely something you want earlier because it is just, you know, 60 enemies, this would have been 20% health. But unconditionally, I suppose. And gastronomy would be 20% health as well. So maybe it actually does scale relatively well with the other ones. In any case, I'm just gonna reset my mutations immediately. And here's the reason for that. We're in the ossuary, lots of big open hallways. Okay, but we learned, we experimented, we figured some things out. Inflict bleeding, slow, melee kills reduce, skill cooldowns, combo. I think for this one, I'm just gonna go a little bit of an old classic. The gastronomy for the damage bonus after the fight, and none of these interest me, but we could take No Mercy. Could take some Midas, at least. You know, just get a little bit more gold. I think I'm just gonna take Armadillo Pack. I've got the shield I'm not using. Let's use it. Try combo with the sword. So I'm not gonna do that here because if I do it here, we're gonna lose the combo constantly due to the long hallways. I like combo, I'm learning to like it at least. It's better than I thought it was, but this does not seem like the right time for it. Now, I also don't know how to use Alucard's shield against these enemies, or sword, because they all have spikes. So am I not just going to immediately... Ah! Am I not just gonna immediately hit their backside and then just take damage when I teleport behind them? Nothing personnel kill style? Nothing personnel kid style. That's what it seems like. Yeah. As expected, literally what happened. So, and you know, that there's a similar problem with the claws, the poison claws, which is that, you know, if it teleports you directly into an enemy who has a shield that is made out of spikes, you're gonna have a bad time. So care is gonna have to be very much considered in this location. I will say it does make for easier mobility, which I enjoy, and actually the weapon has a long reach to it. So even if the teleportation is bad, in some situations the teleportation will still land you like in front of the enemy, close enough that you can hit them. War Spear. Did we not just have a legendary one of those? I think we did. Don't need it. Decent weapon though, slow warm up on the first attack, for a brutality weapon anyways. So let's be very careful. We are cursed yet again. Just gonna try to play this one basically as carefully and slowly as I possibly can. Please reset my owl and my fire grenade. Let's go. 3 remaining, 2 remaining. I'm just gonna wait. And we're done. Now we can continue to play the game we all know and love. Thank you for the food. We're gonna eat that one because we do need the HP. Actually, you know what? We could have sold it. I took gastronomy. We could have gone to the food shop and then leveled up from there. Or healed up from there. Leveled up? What are we leveling up? We're in the game. We're leveling up from scrolls, not from food. I was not facing him. I would like to just point that out. I was behind him. The game decided, though, that I had a large backswing. Also, goodbye, owl. Even with the crits, the Impaler is essentially more damage, so should probably just be using that. What I am doing, though, is I'm using the Alucard sword just for practice right now, and it's going pretty well. Okay, that time I just don't even know where I am. Teleport left, teleport right, teleport left. Nothing personnel, kid. What's everyone's favorite overused meme of a lifetime? Nothing personnel, kid. This might be the longest hallway I've ever seen in Dead Cells. There was nothing. Well, there wasn't nothing. There was one secret area that I completely ignored because I don't want to have to worry about it. Mud says, I take the Spider-Man meme personally. Or I like the Spider-Man meme personally. I take the Spider-Man meme personally. That hits a little bit differently. Makes me think that you think of yourself as Spider-Man. Random weapons. Okay, we need a replacement. We need a shield. Could replace the fire grenade with the fire brand, but I'm gonna try to go for the Alucard set. So let's not even buy that. I do love that. Combo pans. I'm just gonna call them the combo pans from now on. Spider mud, that'd be a sick emote. Spider mud, spider mud. I need some emotes. I'm never gonna do them because I'm never gonna have time for them, but you know, live and dream, friend. Kind of do wish we had a stun grenade or something, because it would make the boss exceptionally easy. Actually, what boss are we gonna fight? I guess we're gonna go fight the awakened one, which is not his name. I'll eat it. We should get most of our cooldown reduction. It's becoming a mimic. Hey, we did get a level 10 fire grenade though. I'll take it. I'm not surprised by the mimics anymore. I kind of just expect them to happen every once in a while. You just expect them at what could be possibly the worst time, and then if they're not at the worst time, you're like, oh, thank God, it's not at the possible worst moment. That's why you take the thing that lets you parry on a dodge roll. We also, I didn't realize this, but apparently you can parry the explosion from the mimic, the AoE attack that it does. He comboed. There's a lot happening. $3,000 damage on a crit. Considering how fast it is pretty decent. I am finding myself, though, very much not quite knowing where I am in some of these situations. I teleport behind an enemy and then I just get hit in the back because why am I there? Why did I go in between two enemies instead of just behind both of them? Well, because that's not how the damn sword works, does it? Not shield. It's actually quite a lot to do still. Oh, damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it! There goes my owl again. Keep singing, I want to hear the whole thing. Honestly, I already forgot what I was doing. Or singing. Or feeling, or thinking. Go this way. I guess I kind of have, what's interesting about this right now is I have two weapons that both have a decent amount of range on them. The Impaler, someone's teleporting over there. The Impaler and the Alucard sword with the long range teleport. One's just faster than the other. And better and stronger too. It's because I said it 4 minutes ago, says Mud. I would like to point out that the timestamps of those two messages are at 4:59 and 5:02, which means that they were probably 2 minutes apart, not 4 minutes. Some like hidden flying enemies up here. I kind of want to kill them because there's secrets and lies. Is that it? Ah! Thank you. I think we're good. Was it just skills or was it a weapon shop? This one was the grenade, and this one was already a weapon shop or a skill shop, so we're not gonna buy anything else, so we're ready to go. Can you go to the crypt from here? I don't think you can. Somewhere in this game, there's another path that I never unlocked on the map. I think it might be ancient sewers to the Black Bridge, or something that goes to the Black Bridge. There's a path somewhere that I need to do at some point because that's how you unlock everything on the map. I have 60 hours in this and can't even get past BC3, says 666, number of the beast. Is it Deimos or Deimos? I never remember, I never know how to pronounce that planetary object, but hello, welcome. I mean, here's the thing, 60 hours and you're on BC2? I'd say that's actually not bad. Former Deimos. BC2 it's not easy, and if you're making it to BC2, that's pretty acceptable. I should have gone back for the health. That's what I should have done. I'm dumb. Let's get out of here. Black Bridge. All right. Just don't accidentally use the teleport when he's doing that move. Get away. Are you kidding me? And that's why sometimes I'm annoyed with this dang video game. I couldn't get away from him fast enough. Guess I should just never ever fight an enemy that close, which I guess is possible. Cutout played. It's the worst part about fighting him is the fact that, well, part of it I think is actually the weapon, because I think when he roared, I still had to go through my attack animation cooldown before I could actually maneuver, because on the 4th hit of this, there is a severe animation lock. So maybe it's not him in particular, maybe it's just animation locks and me just not liking them at all. Because it feels like it's exceptionally difficult to get out of certain situations and scenarios. Damn it. Of course, the easy way would just be like, hey, make it so that the laser doesn't count as flawless killer, but then that just makes it a little bit too easy, doesn't it? Well, since I didn't get a legendary, now I really want a legendary. Let's go to the Fractured Shrines. Bet you didn't see this one coming. Sorry, just had to take a drink. Stay hydrated out there. All right, there's disengagement immediately. We'll buy the food in the food shop, which will happen right about now. So I'm not worried. Well, you worried? Don't be worried. All right, now let's do it, for real. Really thought that would have killed you. Da, da, da. Keep putting points in. Was that a saw blade? I feel like I didn't even see it, but I totally saw it. It was just very hard to see. We should be fine to teleport back now. Also, am I Alucard? Is this the Alucard skin? That or I'm a pirate. I apologize. That one had to happen though. Zyomkin says, sorry, Demo says, I'm at BC3, can hardly reach the castle. Zyomkin says, max out the forge. I mean, yeah, getting higher quality equipment is definitely part of it, but a lot of it is actually just getting good at the game and understanding enemy patterns and dodge rolling. You can beat Dead Cells with basic level equipment. It's tough, but possible. Really what you want to do is you actually want to get all your meta upgrades first, like 4 healing flasks, you know, all the important things, shop rerolls, and then after that, get good weapons unlocked, like if you like tactics, nerves of steel, if you like brutality, I don't know, whatever's good in brutality. It's been a while since I've had to really consider that. And then absolutely forge. But because you can upgrade on your own just through paying like the mini shop guy, you can get your upgrades. Be careful. I don't know if you're actually going to teleport. Only one left. That didn't go that badly at all. Let's fight you. And he's dead. Get good, that's why I'm bad at this game, says Yomkin. Morningstar deflects bullets. Someone's gonna be really upset, I'm not gonna take that. Oil grenade with victims burning when they die. Oh my god, this is like the worst setup of equipment. This is terrible. Work says, where's Lemon? You said that and my mind immediately went to Mega Man's Mega Buster, frequently called Lemon Gun. I don't know why. Yumkin says, I've never seen Morningstar. There's like, it's a meme weapon. If you fiddle the stick quickly, both A, give yourself carpal tunnel, and then B, you wiggle around a little spike ball and it does a lot of damage. I don't like it. Corrupted Power I also don't really like because the shield probably lasts for 0.1 seconds. Oil Grenade, sure, it does a lot of damage and it's an oil grenade, but you know, Great Owl of War is also an oil grenade. It's a perpetual oil grenade that does more damage than the oil grenade. So like, how long of a shield? Half of a second, so it's garbage. Absolute trash equipment. You cannot convince me that any of that is actually any good. Well, no, you can. Just don't get hit forehead and then Corrupted Power is amazing. Well, yeah, you're not wrong. I'm not that good, though. I can beat BC5, I can't do much else than that. Alucard Sword. Okay, more damage. We'll take it. We're gonna be looking for the shield. There we go. So now, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in between 1 and 2, and in between 3 and 4, you get a parry. Man, if you're good at the game, that would actually be like lovely. You can almost just like parry continuously. So hold on. Parry, X, X, parry, X, X, parry. Something like that, right? Well, we're not gonna be using the Impaler, dump it. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. No, it feels a little bit more like a fighting game. It's like, okay, quarter circle, backwards, forward, circle, square. Ugh. I guess we have a shield now, so we're gonna get the protection from having a shield. Oh my god, I hate these freaking traps. Also, why am I so fast? That's something else to figure out. Sometimes when I'm using the sword, it's attacking like 50% as quickly. Or sorry, 50% faster. Goodbye. That one's gonna take a little while to figure out, I think. Maybe it scales with your speed buff? Who knows? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Jesus. Well, that's a solid piece of food. We'll come back for all of that. You get him. Oh no! If only I didn't have a full heal waiting for me back there. Gastronomy? I know I have gastronomy, and it's gonna be a lot of healing. Solid. There's not a boss fight on the next floor, so there's not really an incentive for me right now to care about recycling the food. The food is just for healing on this floor. Next floor, we're gonna want to enter next floor at full health. We're gonna leave it at maximum gastronomy bonus. That's gonna be the ideal. Something about this is working, and something about this is giving me biters. It is the sword. God damn it. That's the first thing to get re-rolled. So we're gonna try to re-roll it into bleeding, or sorry, burning at least. Yeah, something about this, man. Something about it, man! Oh, and there's our other teleporting item. If the sword does have like a weird scaling speed mechanic, depending on like your own speed or however frequently it's been since you've gotten a crit, or maybe just due to the character model, I'm not a big fan of that because that just requires more calculations running in your head about how fast you think your attack is gonna happen. Can you actually kill the enemy before your animation frames? Gotta admit though, it's actually very satisfying and good. I parried those. That's okay. The damage, it feels like a lie on the listed value. It feels better. Did I get a shield? Maybe it's because I teleported into the enemy and the game's like, that's not fair. I feel like the game gave me a shield. That was a very weird one. Zomkin says, yep. Yeah, it feels like the damage is, it's either just enough or it feels higher than what's listed. Either way, I'm happy. So the owl, we're using this for oil. So if we find something else that applies oil, we might want to take that. I think I found my replacement. Just a quick thrown infantry grenade is pretty damn good. Sorry, Great Owl. This is a level 9, currently have a level 10 fire grenade, although that one does give us a shield. Also, double damage cat could be pretty decent, but we take double damage too. I don't feel like this is a run in which I want to be taking double damage, you know? Ooh, actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna go Sinew Slicer. If we're gonna go fight, and I think we will go fight the Scarecrow. Well, hold on, we can't go to Dracula. Is that fine? Are we okay not fighting Dracula, or do we want to fight Dracula? If we go Scarecrow, I guess we could go all the way to the end. Well, let's go fight Scarecrow. It's been a while, and we kind of have a little pseudo weird parry build. And I like the Sinew Slicer for that because we can easily get the double damage, and it does good damage, and it's a trap, which is very effective, and it spreads the oil itself. I assume the shots also spread oil. That would be a good thing to figure out, though. So if there's an enemy somewhere, I'm gonna see if I can get them to teleport and see if I can get them covered in oil. Oh, maybe not you. Someone in here. So does the oil go, actually, you know what, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna burn the oil. Then we're gonna bring this guy up here. We're gonna see if he gets oiled by the trap. Because the trap says that it spreads oil. He does not get oiled up by the trap. The trap just spreads oil. If I shoot an enemy with the trap, do they get oiled? Yes. So as long as I land the trap in them, they will get oiled. For a boss fight, that's probably good enough. Like, you don't, I guess you don't really care that they're gonna be oiled up forever. That should be acceptable. Let's go over here and grab that. Make the next level a little easier. Dude, we've gone full on, like, bonus healing path here. Haven't needed the healing though, which is nice. Okay, we'll give it a shot. Yeah, the trap spreads oil on deployment, and you can see the oil on the ground. It stops about right here, and any enemy caught in that will themselves be oiled. So as long as we hit the Scarecrow with the trap, he will get oiled, and then if we have another thing like the Alucard shield, that could also put oil on him. Bloodthirsty shield, we also could get another shield and have oil on that too, with the parry. The dodge roll parry. So we can still apply more oil, but the trap does apply 1 instance of guaranteed oil, but only at the beginning. Okay. Are you caught up now? Are we good? Good. Let's do it. Okay, I guess. So, we want a new sword. Spreads oil. Honestly, that's good enough for now. What we're gonna want is hopefully a higher level sword, if we can find one. And then if we don't get one, we'll try to roll it into more damage on burning oil, of course. That's what we want, above all else. Oh, I am Risk of Rain now. You hear about that Risk of Rain game they're making? We were talking about this the other day. I find it interesting that they spent all this time making Risk of Rain 2, and now that you got me. Now that Gearbox purchased Hapu Games, they're like, you know what? We're just gonna remake Risk of Rain 1. Because apparently that's what everyone wants. Just more Risk of Rain 1. Dude, I love coming down to this biome. What's interesting about it is that it's just filled with enemies that you've killed. If you go to the Morass of the Banished, you find a lot of those enemies with the poison darts. We're seeing those weird goo creators because we went to the ossuary. It's a real fun location. Well, I made it. How did you not aggro? How can I not hit you? God, I hate this place, actually. Screw what I was just saying. This place sucks. Hell yeah, Risk of Rain 1, 2. I hope that's what they call it. Risk of Rain 1, 2. Apparently there's nothing down there. I like in theory this level. I actually just kind of hate the platforming of it though. Fighting all the enemies that you've already fought, pretty cool. Everything else, eh. What the hell? And I think that probably exemplifies why. It's haphazardly thrown together, it seems. Sometimes the pieces don't really fit together, and there's also one area where there's a lore room where the light is on the wrong side of the wall, and you're like, oh, okay, well. I get that? Not now. Oh, I thought I was so clever. I do hate the constantly looking in the wrong direction and attacking in the wrong direction thing the sword has going on, but that's okay. Is every weapon viable, or are there ones to avoid? Asks Demos. What I like about Dead Cells is that it's really personal preference. I know people who love the Hattori's Katana. I think it's trash. You know, it's all just like, what do you like? What feels good for you to use? I have my own personal preferences, and I make them known, damn it. Why did the teleport not work there? And, you know, in a situation like that, I'm very kind of like just upset at the sword, because in theory it should have teleported to me, but it didn't. I don't know why. So that's why certain weapons, like this, feel inconsistent, because that to me was inconsistent. Anything that isn't green. I do like green weapons. They're very fun. So yeah, you know, it's personal preference. You probably want to use what you like, what feels good, what you understand as far as weapons go. Sometimes weapons, at least to me, do feel a little bit inconsistent, especially when they have teleportation involved. This is one of them. But at the very least, I am understanding that maybe there's more to the Alucard sword than I gave it credit, because it's actually doing a pretty good job, everything considered. Skills. Trap spreads inflammable oil. I mean, we could, in theory, replace the grenade with a trap. Traps are exceptionally great against the Scarecrow, and so that would help us to just do the fight a little bit more easily. You would think that the fire grenade would probably be good enough on its own, though. Getting a lot of stats too. 28. Considering we've had 2, I think, bonus scrolls show up on the run, I feel like that's not too bad. We also went the upper route, as I'll call it, going up to the promenade where you get less scroll fragments. Not like that's a huge difference. I think we are done. So we're going to find all the food and recycle it. And visit the last remaining shop, which I didn't notice. I do remember just running by that area, though. Oh, and you know what? If I remember correctly, don't you attack when you parry with the shield? Like you get a free hit in? Maybe, maybe not, but that did a lot of damage. Oh, and the amulet is safe. I understand that one, I just don't like it. But everything else is dead anyway, so it should be extremely easy for us to get out of here, not worry about our health, fight the boss, hopefully never get hit, and then maybe, if we're very lucky, get a flawless, because other than the Impaler, which I've already gotten rid of because it's old and it was only like level 7, I'd like to get some legendaries. Some fresh, new legendaries. With blackjacks and hookers. I think some secret wall at the bottom. Yeah, there's probably a bunch of them that I'm not noticing. Okay, if we can get new weapons or shields. Well, we can get a better Alucard shield. It freezes enemies blocked with a parry, which is definitely worse. Why does the shield that we already have, though, have more things on it? Like attacking after a parry inflicts 300% damage. That's not worth getting rid of. It's not worth it for the freeze. I guess I'm just not gonna replace anything right now. That was very weird as well. That was just a kind of funky little teleportation effect. I only found the one food, but whatever. Let's get out of here. Red's oil. We want burning oil. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We don't change anything else. That's exactly what we want. Let's go fight this guy. Let's go kill him. Let's go murder him, slaughter him. We've got the shield to go. And our shield does a lot of damage on a parry as well, so it should be very good against him. I just have to be very careful about things. Like, I want to attack immediately after a parry and then just immediately start dodge rolling again, because we want to get the damage bonus out of the attack, get the damage bonus against burning targets, and then get behind him and just set up another combo. Ideally. No! I parried and then tried to roll, but I couldn't parry. Yeah. Oh, dude, this run is just, if I can remember the title for it, the title is just gonna be called Disappointment. It's just one disappointment after another. So close to the flawlesses, but just can't quite get it. So freaking close, god damn it. Oh well. We'll have to make up for it by flawlessing the Hand of the King. The game wants me to go straight to the castle. It's incentivized, which happens very infrequently. No Mercy would help. I mean, No Mercy would have killed that boss 7% faster. Well, no, it would have killed him at 7% less health. 7.5% less health if we want to be super technical. Well, there was disengagement immediately. I'm just gonna heal up. That wouldn't have given me the flawless, though. Still might want to recycle the food, let's be honest. All right, stop trying to like parry everything. Do what works. Smack him in the face. I'm trying to get far too clever with it. Okay, that I did not expect. Who saw that coming? Be honest, raise your hands. Who could have possibly seen that one coming? Okay, stop getting hit by everything. Also, I do not do 300% bonus damage when I attack after a parry. I do the same amount of damage when I attack out of a parry. The game is definitely lying to me. Okay. What the hell's going on? That time it didn't parry at all. And I parried in his face. I don't know. All of a sudden, this weapon seems exceptionally inconsistent, but it's been one floor. Nothing else has changed. It's just one floor later, and now I can't seem to actually get any of my attacks to land. What happened? I mean, at this point, I have to heal again, otherwise I'm gonna die, so there you go. There's another one in the bag. I think maybe what's going on is that this floor is a little bit too technical for the variability that is Alucard's sword and shield. It's been fine up to now, but at this point, I need some weapon that is exceptionally consistent and the small like variability in hit frames and teleportation is just causing me to just be a little off, just enough that I'm finding myself taking a lot of damage. Just take initiative at this point. What the heck is initiative? I forget. Is that the one that makes it so that when you hit an enemy, you do a little bit more damage if it's the first hit? I can never remember. I mean, there's freaking 80 mutations in this game. First hit, big damage, yeah. I mean, that would certainly help, but sometimes it's more like, why did my parry not work on that one spear enemy? I have no idea. It felt like it would have landed. Email says, this is starting to feel more like my runs. You see, I'm the everyman of Dead Cells. As soon as it starts going wrong, I'm like, damn game, that should not have hit me. What are you talking about? Which is only half true and half facetious. Uh-oh. You know, why not? Upgrade our backpack shield. See, that hit only did 9,000. That doesn't seem that high. Damn animation lock meant that I couldn't actually get out of the way of the attack when it came in. You know, stuff like that, basically. Colesna, welcome. How are you doing today? Welcome to our daily Abe complains about getting hit in Dead Cells. Oh, and now you're gonna give me this game? Yeah, okay. I mean, it's a serenade. Spreads oil, does more damage on burning targets. Pretty good. Yeah, especially with the boss. He pushes your traps into pits, and this actually has a much more consistent application of oil too. Malaise cleared. I'm always surprised by how fast that is. Thank you. That sword just say, let's go hurt someone? Let's go hurt people, it's fun! That's gonna suck. You know what? Well, first of all, Alucard's sword is pretty good at dealing with the flyboys. If they ever try to like shoot projectiles at you, you can just teleport straight to them. Actually, you know, maybe what's going on here is that these enemies just, because they're not dying in like one hit, the true optimal strategy is just make sure that you're teleporting more. Make sure that you're getting that first hit crit in, because if you're not getting that first hit crit, you're letting the enemy live for too long. Good synergy with the sword is the meat skewer. That sounds interesting. Yeah, teleport through the enemy with the meat skewer, and then just come back. What if there's any other what if there's any other weapons that would be interesting like that? Like probably not the probably not like Tonfist, but maybe even assault shield. Like you can just assault your way through the enemies and then just come back. That time it worked. All right, 15,000 HP. At least we have a lot of HP. We got that going for us. Goodbye, leggy boy. Goodbye, spiky ball. Random weapons. I would love a level 11 sword. Should have probably just, you know, turned off some of this equipment before we actually started playing our run today, but that's okay. I mean, the damage is very good, but let's keep the sword. Knockback shield. Oh, sandals! Now that's an interesting one. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you kick him with the sandal away and then you teleport right behind him. That'd be funny. I tried assault shield, says Lemon. Unfortunately, it dashed too far away. For the teleport to work? From the sword, Alucard's sword? That seems interesting. The sword seems to have an exceptionally long range for the teleport, so it not being in range just seems weird. Well, I was facing the wrong direction. Thank you. Okay. Luckily, it doesn't teleport you into the spikes, or maybe it could have. That was just a little scary. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, we are done. We're gonna go get that health before we leave. Goodbye, barricade. Cleaver trap could be good, but I like what we have right now. All right, and then we have the gastronomy damage bonus. Let's go activate that. I didn't find the other food item, but I'm not gonna search for it. I'm just gonna assume that it never existed. Even though I know that that's a lie, but it's a lie I can believe in. It's a lie you can trust. I thought you were just mad at the wall. All right, that floor did not go very well, but I think we made up for it in the end there. Sword is still good, shield's still good, everything's still freaking good, okay. We know you've seen that Bible. Bible for me is legendary or not at all, because otherwise it's not good enough. Otherwise, it's too slow and doesn't do enough damage, and not viable for all bosses. So in theory, I can attack from where I'm standing, I think. Oh my god. And I think that's the problem with the Alucard shield. I actually couldn't even move after I did the parry. I was kind of just stuck in place for a second. I find that to be annoying, and it's happening repeatedly with the weapon, and I don't know what to do about it. I parried him, and I spammed dodge roll, and he still managed to punch me in the face. What's the point of the parry if I can't move afterwards? I don't know. I'm not getting salty. I'm just kind of getting annoyed by Alucard's set here, because I don't know if that's going to happen with a different type of shield. Like, because you attack out of the parry, don't you? And that has animation lock to it. I think you attack out of the parry. I haven't really been doing it often enough to know. I should have just taken Wish. Just get Wish and then, you know, find a sweet weapon. Mud says, Abe, do you remember the last time you had the Bible? No, but I don't have to. God damn it. Trying to learn. What? I teleported through him and then fell. Okay. And that time I teleported and then had to fall. Yeah, it just feels a little bit too kind of memey. Like, yeah, I could teleport behind the enemy. That time my attack didn't even land. Ugh. Yeah. You know, get the most out of it now. This is your one and only Alucard run. So defensive, says Mud. I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed by bad game design, and this weapon doesn't feel like very good design. I'm having fun with it though, like, because when it works, it feels amazing when you're teleporting behind the enemies from like a jump that you're making. And then you teleport behind an enemy, you fall, and then you take fall damage. It's like, oh good. Glad I spent my time doing that. All right. So far, though, this has gone very quickly. We are in the bowels of the tower. Oh my God! Just hit him! Oh, Jesus Christ! He teleported to the skull. Okay, just heal up. I know there's another healing flask down there, but... You know what? I don't want to deal with you. Gold digger. Oh, baby. How did you know the nickname for my ex-wife? Ha ha! Zing! Etc. Laughter. Insert candle half track. I expected that. Although he did fly into the laser beam and then get himself killed, which was nice. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's not just me, right? It's not just me at this point. Just kill me, just end me. If you're gonna kill me, just kill me. Where did I go? I actually don't even know how I got here this time. An edge wanted to kill. I want to freaking kill the edge. I want to kill the sword. Whoever this Alucard is, he's got bad taste in weapons. Serenade's more my jam. Look at that sword covered in pink. Look at that sexy sword. Should have the map in a second. How do we not have the map completely unlocked? I guess I did skip one little area. Let's buy the baguette, let's buy the heal. We have enough money. And there is a little area over here. Barbie sword, says Mud. Oh, that would have been so much better. That would have been a better joke. Barbie sword. Is there a Barbie that comes with a sword, says Mud? I think he's interested. Still have the fire grenade, which we need. Guess we're gonna not take anything else. Aha! Glad I explored a little bit. Got to at least find the map completely. Okay, stop. All that due to the book mage too, because he made me panic. Since you pretty much can't deal with them if they're above you. Generates a temporary force field when held up. I doubt you get that force field when you parry. Otherwise it would go into the backpack. All right, let's eat the food and then get the heck out of here. Well, eat the food, exclamation mark, asterisk. We're gonna recycle the food for damage. Wonder Woman Barbie, says Mud. I wonder where they came up with that idea. The other one is down. We have to fight 2 more birds and then we're out. We're leaving with a quick mental arithmetic 51% damage bonus. It's pretty good. All right, let's do this. Good luck. Good luck. And let's definitely do one final reset here. Disengagement. Still like the shield. And then 10% more health or recover after parrying? And it's not gonna matter too much, will it? Extended healing. We get 1 health flask, so what would we want? We could just go for the double HP and then we'd have 40,000 walking into the fight. That's actually not a bad idea. Since we only have the 1 healing flask, we could just drink it right now. Otherwise, we'd walk in with like 30,000 HP. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's do that. Just give me that that dead inside. 40 grand. One final jolt of electricity into the run to hopefully let me survive this. Using a weapon that up until today I basically never utilized. Hello, my friend. Take my souls. I don't know why, but when I parried him, he didn't stop his little rotation nonsense. His spinner. Well, I recovered some health from that. That was a bad hit to take, though. Lots of HP down the drain. It's good damage, though. Can't deny. Wait for it. Next. Excuse me. I was wondering if we would actually heal when we drank that. You don't, but hopefully by that point in the fight it doesn't matter. So that was a pretty fun run. Alucard's sword and shield, not for me. It's a lot of fun to use them, and when they work, it's very enjoyable, but there's too many moments of, that's not what I intended, and then the game kind of screws you a little bit. Maybe it's when it doesn't teleport and you want it to teleport, or maybe it's when it teleports you over a pit and then you fall. And then you get hit because you're just like mantling back up and you can't actually move for a second. Lots of little animation locks that are not very good. But otherwise, the general feel of it is a lot of fun. I just wish it worked better. Good run. I at least learned a lot. Hold. Don't just spam the buttons. And I hope you enjoyed the run as well. For those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at any of the links below in the video description. And I hope to see you here again for the next run of Dead Cells.